Hi, this is Philip Ador, founder of NCLEX RN 45-Day Challenge. In this video, I'm going to be talking about stroke. A stroke is when a brain doesn't get enough oxygen. The most common cause of a stroke is a blockage in the blood vessels to the brain, which is often due to a blood clot getting trapped or the blood vessels gets narrowed. When the blood vessels get blocked off, fluid can no longer flow past the clot, and oxygen can get to the brain tissues, and tissue quickly starts to die out. Sometimes, though, that the clot might dissolve on its own before there's a permanent damage. And this is known as the transient ischemic attack, or TIA, also known as a mini stroke. And symptoms typically go away on their own within a few hours. If a person is having a TIA, they should still go to the hospital, though, because it could be a warning sign that there are large strokes about to happen. Now, knowing the signs and symptoms of a stroke can make a big difference in how quickly someone gets care and in turn how well they recover. Remembering the words FAST will help you remember the signs of stroke. F stands for the face because usually one side of the face starts to droop and becomes hard to move. And this can sometimes cause someone to smile crookedly. The next letter, A, is for arm weakness, or the inability to hold both arms up straight in front of the body. But it's always just the arms. Sometimes a stroke can also cause weakness in the legs. S for speech, which can either mean that someone's slurring their speech or having trouble understanding what others are saying. And finally, T is for time, because someone should call emergency services immediately when the symptoms appear. Now, stroke can also involve other symptoms, but these are the classic signs. So remember, face or speech in time, or fast. If the healthcare team suspects a stroke, when a person arrives at the hospital ahead, a CT scan can help determine the underlying cause so that the person can be properly treated as quickly as possible. A stroke should be treated within the first few hours to improve the chances of good recovery. Now, there are two treatments that can be offered in the first few hours of a stroke. After several hours have passed, these treatments will no longer work because the tissue can no longer be saved. TPA, sometimes known as the clot buster. Medicine works by dissolving the blood clot and allowing blood to flow back to the previously blocked vessels. In addition, there is also thrombectomy, which is a minimally invasive procedure that can be used to remove larger clots from the brain. After a stroke, the main goal is to prevent another stroke. The most common modifiable risk factors for stroke is hypertension or high blood pressure. Lowering blood pressures back to normal range can result in the greatest decrease in stroke risk. Next, there's smoking, which approximately doubles the risk of another stroke. But this additional stroke risk disappears within 2 to 4 years of quitting. It takes most people several attempts to quit before they're successful. So it's important not to be discouraged after a failed attempt. Next, there's diabetes, which is a disease that causes a high blood sugar, which ultimately damages the blood vessels. And finally, there's a high cholesterol, which can lead to narrowing of the blood vessels. All of these can predispose to someone having a stroke. But the good news is that they can also reduce through combinations of lifestyle changes and medications. For medications, daily aspirin can be used to reduce the chances that a blood clot will form in the future. Although blood thinners can be prescribed, instead, if someone has an abnormal heart rhythm like atrial fibrillations, since in these cases, clots are more likely to form in the heart than they travel to the brain. After a stroke, recovery can be slow, and sometimes people still see small improvements for 1 year or more. Depending on the type of the stroke, individuals might work with speech therapists, physical therapists, and occupational therapists to regain physical strength and ability to communicate effectively. Depression is very common following a stroke and shouldn't be ignored. It turns out that when it's properly addressed and treated in addition to feelings better than people actually regain physical strength. That's why having the support of the family and friends, as well as the healthcare professionals, has been shown to make such a big difference. In general, outcomes can be difficult to predict, and while most stroke patients have some permanent neurologic deficits, many people recover well over time. Even those who work to treat stroke overall. The goal after a stroke is to provide tools to maximize quality of life and prevent another stroke from happening in the future.